I would like the voters to know that not only am I a wife and a mother, but I'm a local business owner. The past 18 years, my husband and I have owned Dutch Rose Coffee here in town. We have 8 locations and over 250 employees, which gives me a unique perspective of understanding culture, understanding making a payroll, understanding what it means to do business in California, and I think that that makes me uniquely qualified and equipped. The other things are I'm a past mayor of Redding and a current member of the Redding City Council. I have a proven track record of getting things done. All of that can be looked up and verified. City council meetings are archived on the city's website. I think most importantly, though, I think it's important for the voters to understand that I deeply care. The reason that I'm running is because I deeply care about my community. I want to see what's best for it, and I want my children to be proud of where it is that we call home. I was inspired in 2017 to run for the Redding City Council in 2018 during a family dinner where my father was telling me a story about my mom and this unsafe run-in that she had had with someone in the Rayleigh's parking lot. And he said he was no longer allowing her to go to the grocery store on her own. And before I sort of stepped on my, like, I am woman, hear me roar sort of soapbox, he said, just, take a minute. And we had a discussion about what it looked like within the city of Redding. And it looked like something different than what I had grown up looking and experiencing. And I decided that the nonprofit work that we had been doing and the donating that we had been doing, my husband and I, that was sort of no longer enough, and that I was going to put my stake in the ground and step in where I could. And for the last 4 years, I've been doing that on the Redding City Council. I'm the best candidate for the job because I have 18 years of business experience within Shasta County. Over a decade worth of nonprofit experience advocating for women, children, and families, as well as the experience of sitting in an elected position, representing our city. That makes me uniquely qualified and frankly more equipped and prepared than any other candidate on the ticket. First and foremost, I think that it's important that we establish respect and decorum within the Board of Supervisors and within the chambers. I think it's very difficult for us to get any sort of work done if those are not established. Then I'd also like to continue my work surrounding public safety, whether that includes jail beds or medical assisted treatment, wraparound services, that sort of thing, a combination of health and human services and law enforcement, which leads me to my next thing, which is mental health. Mental health touches all of us. It doesn't discriminate, whether that be homelessness or veterans or youth. Mental health, I think, also is extremely important and key for us to tackle the issues within Shasta County. Collaboration is my greatest strength. Accomplishing the things that I have been able to while on the Redding City Council is because of my desire to collaborate and my desire to work with all parties. I think it's extremely important that we find people who are professional and an expert in certain areas, that we get them around the table and we have hard conversations and we throw out ideas, and out of those conversations will be the best ideas, and then it's our job as policymakers to champion those ideas and to move them forward. I think that we can naturally talk about public safety, homelessness, or mental health. But I think that one of our biggest challenges, not only in our community, but likely in the nation, is that people are desperate to be heard. Policymakers haven't done a very good job, especially lately, of listening really well and listening with an open mind. When I am elected, I promise to do a good job of continuing to listen, to represent, and to champion our community. Creating a safe and welcoming environment, especially within the Board of Supervisors, but also to remain accessible via email and social media, is something that I will continue to do. What I will not do is stand for behavior that is inappropriate language, hassling, or anything that is not welcoming to our entire community, because it is extremely important that all feel heard and that all feel welcome. I think that at the end of the day, our entire community really wants the same thing. We want what's best for Shasta County. We want what's best for our children. And we want to leave a legacy that is honorable. And I will continue to show up. I will continue to remind people, even when we're in disagreement, that we all want what's best. Sometimes our process looks a little bit different, but we can have a different process and a different path and get to the same outcome. So I'll continue to invite all sides to the table to have those healthy sort of conversations. Probably the biggest misconception about me is that my husband and I and our family attend church at Bethel. We don't attend church at Bethel. The second biggest misconception of me is definitely that I always vote with the girls. That myth can be debunked on the city's website by looking at any of the past city council meetings. I am a lifelong conservative. I was raised in a conservative household, and my grandmother was conservative, and on and on and on. I'm an independent thinker, and I will always make the decision that I feel like is best for our community, no matter what anybody else's opinion is, based on the facts and my independent research. I could likely talk about parenting or being a community advocate, but I think that being a business owner has best prepared me for elected office. We have 8 different locations and over 250 staff who need to be led well, who have different opinions and perspectives and goals. The county is similar to a business. It has budgets, it has objectives, and they all need to be led well. I think that being a business owner has best prepared me for elected office.